Listen, about 10 years ago, I came here, completely different facility. We're at the Father English Community Center in Paterson, New Jersey. And I met with this gentleman, Carlos Roldan. And since those times, when I was still at William Patterson, we would sponsor charity events, we'd sponsor food, we'd sponsor clothing, furniture, and every time I had relationships with people who wanted to donate, all the donations came here. Through the years, the story has changed, gotten better and worse. Life has changed. Today I'm with Carlos Roldan. Carlos is the director of the Father English Community Center.
The food pantry.
The food pantry. And we're here in Paterson, and I'm going to be quiet if that's possible, and ask Carlos one question I know you're going to be interested in. Carlos, the place is very different from the last time I was here. What happened?
Oh, Father, a lot of things had happened. In 2017, we had a little fire in the back.
I remember that.
So then we needed to come here because we were growing and we needed more space. So before, and I remember when you came here 10 years ago, at that time we were seeing between 4,000 to 5,000 people. Well, right before COVID, we were seeing 7,000 to 8,000 people. Right after COVID, which is right now, we are seeing 22,000 people.
A month?
A month.
22,000 people a month.
People a month. And the reason why was because of COVID, a lot of people were sent home. And a lot of places got shut down. Many of those people couldn't collect unemployment, they couldn't collect food stamps, they couldn't collect the stimulus check. So they were home with no food, no money whatsoever. At the same time, the schools are also closed. So here we have mom, dad, 2, 3 kids, no food at all. So that's why we went from 7,000. COVID started more or less March 17, 2020. 2 weeks later, we were not saying 7,000, we were saying 15,000, and then 18,000, and then 20,000, a month. I thought that these numbers were going to go down again after COVID, okay? Because I think we're seeing the end of COVID and people are going back to work.
Right.
Well, the numbers are not going down. Why? Because now food is very expensive.
Yes.
Rent is very expensive. I have people paying for a 2-bedroom apartment here in Patterson, $1,800, $2,000. So it's simple math. If you have a wife and 2, 3 kids, and if you're making $15 an hour, you're only making enough to pay rent. That's it. I actually have a friend. He has a job. He's making $18 an hour, and that's good. Minimum wage is still 12, so 18 is good. This guy's bringing home like $2,400 a month, which is beautiful. But his rent is $1,800. Now he has a wife and 2 kids. Wife cannot work because they just have a brand new baby. So he only has $600 left a month for electricity, cell phone, for all the other expenses. So this person has to come here once a week or every 2 weeks to get food, paper products, cleaning supplies, hygiene supplies, because all that is very expensive out there. And people are just working hard just to cover rent, which is crazy. Another thing that you don't know, Father, is that when you came here 10 years ago, we only had 1 location, which was this one. Now we have 3 locations.
Wow.
We have
good
one,
news, bad news.
Yes, we have one in Dover, that's Morris County.
Yes.
We have one in Franklin, that's Sussex County, and then we have this one. And this one is actually the biggest one. Yeah. So we've done a lot of changes.
How did it happen that you moved to this? How did you get this building?
Okay, we had this. Before, when we went in the back, we used to have this place for Sweet 16s and weddings. The schools used to come here to do the plates because, it's a big area, big stage. But then after the fire, my boss at that time says, no more hall, let's just do the food pantry there. Which it was good because after that we started getting more food and more people started coming. So right now we have something really, really, really big. And it's very difficult because food is very expensive. But you know what? God always provides, and we always get the donations, and we are always asking for more donations because people need to eat.
Yes.
We are affiliated to the food bank in Hillside, and we do get
we used to contribute to them too when I was at William Patterson.
And we get a lot of food from them. Like every month we get between 70,000, 80,000 pounds of food, but sometimes we get a lot of the same thing. For example, 10 pallets of green beans. 3 pallets of fruit in the can.
Yeah,
What is the rice? What is the beans? What is the peanut butter. And so those things that I don't get from the food bank, those are the items that I buy whenever people donate money. Sometimes they give us gift cards, so we use those to buy whatever.
That's
we
good for
don't
you
get
to
from
know
them.
that gift cards are important besides donations. Okay.
Yes.
And where do you buy? Where would you shop for
Well,
those large
yeah,
bulk items?
when people offer me gift cards, I always ask them to give me Costco gift cards or also ShopRite gift cards.
Oh, okay.
Because I mean, we have a ShopRite around the corner, and then Costco is always giving us extra donations and extra food, so that's good. And the guy, the manager at ShopRite, he's amazing. Sometimes he lets me buy things that, you know how you go to the supermarket and you see, for example, cereal, you have to buy 4 for $1.99,
Right.
and after that $5.99. With me, I can get as many as I want for $1.99. So he does give me a deal. So I go to
Oh.
ShopRite and I go to Costco.
I mean, let me give him a plug. ShopRite, which ShopRite is that?
The one here in Passaic,
In Passaic.
in Police Ave.
Okay, Paulson Avenue. And Costco.
Yeah, and Costco here in Wayne.
That's fantastic. That's
Yes.
good that comes from. So you go there and shop.
Yes.
Okay. Who else donates here?
We have some parishes that donate food. They do food drives. The sad part about that is that we used to get a lot more than now. I guess people get used to, people forget. I don't know what it is, but donations in churches have come down big time. We have churches, not to mention any names, but we have churches that 27, 29 years ago used to give me 500 bags. Now they're giving me 10, they're giving me 15, and sometimes they call me saying, don't even bother because there is nothing.
Oh,
I don't have the same people that we had 29 years ago.
right. You had me 29 years ago.
Yes. And but you know what? God always provides. God always provides, and there's a lot of people out there that behind the curtain who are always worrying about what's going on here and how they can help. And it's happening because, I mean, as I said before,
Sure,
food is very
food
expensive.
price, everything.
Yeah, food is very, like for example, just to give you a perfect example, on Monday, one of my workers came to me saying, Carlos, there is only enough meat for Monday and Tuesday. So I said, okay, I am going to buy chicken. So I called this big company warehouse, not to mention any names either, and I spent $1,500 in chicken. That was only enough for one day. They came to me yesterday saying, Carlos, where's the chicken? I'm like, I just bought it. I'm like, it's gone. I cannot do that. I cannot spend $1,500 in chicken just for one day.
Yeah.
Because prices are so high.
Right.
What you used to buy with $200 in the supermarket, you get it now with $400. Things double.
Right.
Laundry detergent, diapers.
It's amazing the variety that you're mentioning because it's everything a household needs. I kind of want to interrupt you though.
Yes. And you know what? And this video is good because people who are going to see this video, they're going to be like, Carlos is right. I went to the supermarket last week and I didn't spend 200, I spent 500 because this is happening all over the place. We have people that never thought about coming to a food pantry, coming to a food pantry now.
So you're talking about the working poor.
Yes. There is actually one family in one of the churches who get food for us. I'm not going to mention names. This person used to donate to the church. Now she actually waits for us to get the food, and then she comes here to get food. She's embarrassed to go to the church to get food for her and her family because she lost her husband and everything just got crazy.
Yeah. What would they do without the food, the Father English Food Bank?
Yeah, well, sometimes, Father, I have to be honest with you. Sometimes I say, wow, in this country, we shouldn't have a food pantry. People should have enough money to supermarkets. But sometimes I say, wow, thank God we have this. Because we have a lot of people who depend on this. I buy diapers, $15, $12, $13. People are making $15 an hour. 1 hour worth is a bag of diapers.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's without content brain, public service, those bills of $200, $300 that people get every month. Even a cell phone. If you have kids in your house, you have to have a cell phone.
Of course.
That alone is like $100.
And that's a bargain. That's a bargain.
Mm-hmm.
Plus all the add-ons. The people you serve, how do they, not the people who are regular, I want to talk about them later, like a new person, how does he or she start? I mean, they knock on the door and...
They knock on the door, they call me, or word of mouth. Sometimes people go to them saying, oh, you're in need, go to Father English or call Carlos. I have so many people that call me. My phone rings because a lot of people have my cell number.
Yeah, including me.
When I go to downtown, oh my God, I feel like a politician. Hi Carlos, hi Carlos, hi Carlos. I'm like going like this, and I'm like...
How many years have you been here?
29.
God bless you. Wow.
I was only 24
Wow.
Very skinny, and I had more hair than you at that time.
Oh, but you haven't changed. You haven't left. The need is greater and greater, and you still are dedicated.
People should not be hungry. People should not be hungry. It's really sad when people are hungry. If I can share the story with you, when I was 8 years old, and this is how it started. When I was 8 years old, I was very hungry. My mom was struggling trying to get us food. There was a lot of people in the house, and we didn't have food. And I had to go to sleep at 6 o'clock in the afternoon because I didn't want to see my mom crying. And I was hungry. Next day, I woke up, went to school. In Colombia, that is not a lunch program, meaning that if you don't have your own lunch, you don't get to eat. And at 9 o'clock in the morning, when I'm very hungry, I went to the patio, and all these kids are playing around, and I felt so neglected. I felt like I was invisible. Everybody was eating, but I was not, and I was just sitting there, and I was there, but I wasn't there. Then at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, when I actually got home, my mom had food. I don't know how she managed, but she had food for us. So after I finished eating, I went to my room, and I'm like, wow, what a difference. I feel good now. I was about to pass out. I'm only 8 years old, and I didn't understand why there was no food. And all these kids had these beautiful sandwiches and good food, and then nobody even offered that. I was just there. So I said, you know what? This is not fair. Why do I have to go through that? And I said, when I grow up, I'm going to do whatever it takes so other people don't go hungry.
God bless you. Wow.
I came to the country in 1986. I came to Father English in 1993, and here I am.
Wow, God bless. So you are still fulfilling that promise of avoiding people being hungry.
Yes. I don't care if people don't have clothing. I mean, I do care, but people can wear the same clothing. It doesn't matter. But you have to eat every day, at least once a day. Many people don't go through that. Many people don't have that.
But you also have availability of clothing and
Yes.
furniture too, right?
Yes.
Because we've donated.
Furniture, what we do, because we don't have the space anymore.
Right.
This is all the space that we have is for the food pantry.
And we're going to take a tour of that later.
Yes, what we do with the furniture is that sometimes people call me, offering me furniture. I give them my number, they send me pictures, and then I get people who are actually looking for furniture, and I make the connection.
Oh.
I couldn't bring it here because I just don't have the
put it.
space. Now, we do clothing because if people don't have money to buy food, they definitely don't have money to buy clothing. And not only clothing, school supplies, Easter baskets, as you see some around, Christmas presents. I mean, people shouldn't go without.
Right.
And we have so much. In this country, we have so much. And so much food going to waste and so many beautiful clothing going to waste and whatever. No, we have people who need that. The other day I felt so bad because it was really cold and this guy is standing in front of the door and he's like, he couldn't even talk. That's how cold he was, and he just came from the hospital. So he had a gown from the hospital.
Oh, no. Yeah.
That's all he had on. I'm like, no, you came to the right place. I brought him in, gave him a cup of coffee, heat up a soup for him, and then I went, I got him socks, I got boots, I got him coats.
Great.
10 minutes later, sad face came as a beautiful smile and a beautiful face. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Is there a section that we're going to visit later?
With the clothing? Yes,
okay.
with some of the clothing, yes.
And there's a way of them, people coming off the street to buy, or?
Right now, well, no, it's all given out. All is given out. Sometimes, once in a while, when we do have a lot, we have little flea markets, but then we invite our own people who come to get food, and for 50 cents, 25 cents, a dollar, they take a lot, and they feel proud that they are helping to their program.
I was in the parking lot one year when that was going on.
So sometimes we have that, and that little bit of money helps us to buy more food for the food pantry. So right now, because of COVID, we still do not let anybody inside. Remember that we used to have a people's choice food pantry where we allow people to come inside to pick up their food.
Yes.
Eventually we're going to have that again. When my boss says, okay, it's a go, then we do it. And then the same thing with the clothing. What we do with the clothing now is that people come, they give me a paper saying what they need, and then I have people taking things to them.
That's great.
Because we still do not allow
It's personalized shopping in a kind of way.
Yeah.
Interesting. They used to come with like little baskets and walk around the aisles.
We have the baskets, we have everything, and it's going to go back to that, and it's going to be even better. We went back to the bag system. I don't like it, but now we have more freezers, more refrigerators, so we have more vegetables, more meats, more milk and cheese and butter. Everybody likes that, so I'm not so upset that we're giving bags of food out because I know that everybody likes it.
Sure.
And if there is something that they need, they can always ask for. If there is something that they don't want, they can give it back to us or give it to somebody else that can use it.
Right. And from what geographic area do your residents come?
Before,
What do you call that with people who come?
Food pantry. I mean, they just
I mean,
come
no,
to food pantry.
the clients.
Clients, we call
you call them
clients.
clients.
We call
Okay.
them clients.
Okay.
I don't like to use that. I just say people. Or
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
our people.
Yes, our people.
Our
Good,
people.
good.
Yeah,
I
that's
like that.
our people. Before it used to be just people in the area.
Okay.
Now, because of what's going on, we get people from whatever. The family that actually comes to get food every time the parish gets us food, they are actually back by Hackenstown area.
Wow.
Yeah, so
they have to make a journey.
Oh yeah, so it is not just Passaic County. We get a lot of people from Bergen County. Before it was just Patterson and Passaic. Not anymore. We see people from Clifton, Little Falls, Wayne coming here to pick up food. And one of the reasons why donations from churches went down is because now they have to have their own little food pantry. Before they didn't.
The churches.
Now they do.
Yeah.
Because this problem of expensive food is not just for the poor people, it's for everybody.
Yeah, it's right across the board. We're going to take a tour later, and we'll continue more of our information now. But give me one thing you'd like the audience to know, as far as how can they get involved.
I'm gonna look at the audience now. Hi, we need you. We need you. Without you, we couldn't do what we do. I mean, do you know what it is to provide food and clothing for 20,000 people when food is very expensive and we don't have a lot of donations of money? So we need you. How you can help us? How you can get involved? We need volunteers because we don't have money to buy food. We definitely don't have money to pay anybody to work here. We only have a few staff members. We need the clothing that you don't need anymore. We need it. We need money. If you have money, if you can go food shopping for us, please do that. And even better, if you go food shopping, I will ask you to come inside. I will ask you to put your food on the shelves. I will ask you to help us making these bags of food. I will even ask you to give your food to one of our clients so you feel what I feel every single day. And it's not that we want to change people's lives, but yes, we can make them happier at least for 5 minutes. Thank you.
I'm overwhelmed. Oh my God, how eloquent. Perfect. We're going to pause there. I have nothing else to say, but join us on the next episode. This is Father Louis SCURTI with Carlos Roldan, and I'll put Carlos's email underneath and all the information for the food pantry underneath our bylines. Thank you for joining us. This is Father Louis SCURTI of Friends of the Word, and again, you heard him. Go back and reverse it so you can hear him again. They need you. God bless you. We'll pick up later.
Thank you.